Chapter 1. Greeting Colleagues.
Listen and practice.
Morning, Sarah. How was your weekend?
Hi, Tom. Great, thanks. Went hiking. You?
Relaxing. Finished my book finally.
Nice. Which book?
The Innovator's Dilemma. Read it?
No, but heard it's good. Worth reading.
Definitely. Great business insights. Want to borrow it?
Yes, please. I'd appreciate that.
I'll bring it tomorrow. Seen Mark today?
Not yet. He might be late.
Right. His dentist appointment. Shall we start work?
Sure. Let's catch up properly at lunch.
Chapter 2. Discussing Commute and Traffic.
Listen and practice.
Terrible traffic today. Any issues your way?
Took the subway. What happened?
Multi-car pileup. 45-minute delay.
That's awful. Everyone okay?
Seems so. Heavy rain caused it. How was the subway?
Smooth. Might make it my regular commute.
Good idea. Would it save time?
Probably. I could work during the ride. Your usual drive time?
30 minutes, but can double with traffic.
Considered carpooling? Might be more enjoyable.
I have. Sarah from marketing lives nearby.
Great idea. Split costs and have company.
Chapter 3. Checking in on team members' well-being.
Listen and practice.
Lisa, you seemed stressed yesterday. Everything okay?
Thanks, John. Feeling overwhelmed with the Johnson project.
What's troubling you specifically?
Tight deadlines, not enough resources.
Discussed this with Mike, the project manager.
Not yet. Hesitant to bring it up.
It's important to communicate. Want me to join a meeting?
That'd be helpful. Thanks for the support.
No problem. Set up for this afternoon?
Sounds good. Feel better talking about it.
Glad to hear. Remember, it's okay to ask for help. Coffee before the meeting?
That'd be great. Really appreciate your support.
Chapter 4. Scheduling Meetings.
Listen and practice.
Sarah, got a moment to discuss next week's meetings?
Sure, David. What do you need?
When are you free next week?
Tuesday afternoon and Thursday morning. You.
Tuesday afternoon works? 2 p.m.?
Good. Is the conference room available?
Not sure. Could you check with reception?
Will do. Invite other departments?
Yes, Mark from IT and Jessica from Finance.
I'll add them. How long should we schedule?
1 hour. We can end early if needed.
Perfect. I'll send invites after confirming the room.
Chapter 5. Discussing the day's agenda.
Listen and practice.
What's on your plate today, Emma?
Pretty packed day, Alex. You?
Client meeting, then quarterly report. Your plans?
Marketing proposal and team brainstorming.
Need help with the proposal?
Maybe. Could you review it before I present?
Sure. I'll stop by at 11. That work?
Perfect. Thanks. Don't forget 3 p.m. department meeting.
Right, thanks. What's on the agenda?
Discussing customer satisfaction survey results.
Interesting. Anything else I should prepare for?
Not really. Let's catch up after the meeting.
Chapter 6. Introducing new team members.
Listen and practice.
Have you met our new marketing specialist, Sarah?
Not yet. When did she join?
She started yesterday. Want me to introduce you?
Yes, that would be great.
Sarah, this is Emma from Finance. Emma, meet Sarah.
Nice to meet you, Emma. I've heard great things about the finance team.
Welcome aboard, Sarah. How are you finding your first days?
It's been exciting. Everyone's so welcoming.
Glad to hear that. Are you familiar with our project management tools?
I've used similar ones, but I might need some guidance.
No problem. Emma's our go-to person for that. Right, Emma?
Absolutely. I'd be happy to show you the ropes, Sarah.
Chapter 7. Coordinating morning coffee runs.
Listen and practice.
I'm heading out for coffee. Need anything?
Yes, please. Could you get me a latte?
Sure. Anyone else want something?
I think Mark mentioned he'd like an espresso.
Okay, got it. How about we invite the new team to join us?
That's a great idea. I'll ask them.
Any idea if they have dietary restrictions?
I'm not sure. We should probably ask to be safe.
Good point. I'll send a quick group message.
Thanks. Oh, and can you grab some sugar packets?
No problem. Anything else before I go?
That's all. Thanks for organizing this, Tom.
Chapter 8. Giving project updates.
Listen and practice.
The Johnson account is progressing well. Any questions?
Yes, are we still on track for the deadline?
We're actually a bit ahead of schedule.
That's great news. Any challenges we should be aware of?
We're waiting on some data from the client.
Have you followed up with them about it?
I sent an email yesterday. No response yet.
Maybe we should give them a call.
Good idea. I'll do that this afternoon.
Perfect. Anything else to report?
We might need extra resources for the final phase.
Noted. Let's discuss that in detail at our next meeting.
Chapter 9. Asking for clarification on tasks.
Listen and practice.
Could you explain the new filing system again?
Of course. What part is unclear?
I'm not sure where to put the completed project files.
Those go in the archived projects folder.
And what about ongoing projects?
They stay in active projects until completion.
Got it. And do we use the same naming convention?
Yes, use the project code followed by the date.
Okay. One last thing. Who has access to these folders?
All team members have read access, but only managers can edit.
That makes sense. Thanks for clarifying.
No problem. Let me know if you have any more questions.
Chapter 10. Discussing weekend plans.
Listen and practice.
Got any plans for the weekend?
Not really. Might just relax at home. You?
I'm thinking of trying that new hiking trail.
Oh, that sounds fun. Where is it?
It's about an hour drive north. Want to join?
Sure, why not? I could use some fresh air.
Great. Should we invite the others?
Good idea. Maybe we can make it a team outing.
I'll send a message to the group chat.
Perfect. What time should we meet?
How about 8 a.m. on Saturday? We can grab breakfast on the way.
Sounds good. I'll bring some snacks for the hike.
Chapter 11. Discussing a new coffee machine.
Listen and practice.
Have you tried the new coffee machine in the break room?
Not yet. Is it any good?
It's amazing. The coffee tastes so much better now.
Really? I'll have to try it. Is it complicated to use?
Not at all. It's pretty straightforward. Want me to show you?
That would be great. I'm always nervous about using new gadgets.
No worries. Let's go grab a cup now if you're free.
Sure, I could use a caffeine boost. Do they have tea options too?
Yes, there's a variety of teas and even hot chocolate.
Wow, sounds like a real upgrade. Who do we thank for this?
I think it was Sarah from HR who pushed for it.
Mental note, send Sarah a thank you email. Let's go try it out.
Chapter 12. Sharing vacation photos.
Listen and practice.
I just got back from my trip to Japan. Want to see some photos?
Absolutely. I've always wanted to go there.
Here, let me pull them up on my phone. This is Mount Fuji.
Wow, that's breathtaking. How was the hike?
Challenging but worth it. Oh, and here's the sushi restaurant I told you about.
That sushi looks incredible. I'm getting hungry just looking at it.
It was amazing. Hey, we should plan an office sushi lunch soon.
Great idea. I know a good place nearby. Shall we invite the team?
Definitely. Maybe next Friday? I can send out an email.
Perfect. It'll be nice to have a team lunch out of the office.
Agreed. Okay, Let me show you a few more photos before our meeting.
Can't wait to see them. Your trip looks like it was fantastic.
Chapter 13. Brainstorming for Team Building.
Listen and practice.
We need some new ideas for our next team building event. Any thoughts?
How about an escape room challenge? I've heard they're fun.
That's a good idea. Do you know if there are any nearby?
There's one about 10 minutes from the office. I can check availability.
Great. What other ideas should we consider?
Maybe a cooking class? It could be fun to learn together.
Oh, I like that. It could help with team communication, too.
Exactly. Or we could do something outdoorsy, like a ropes course.
That could be exciting. Should we put it to a team vote?
Good idea. We can present these options at the next meeting.
Sounds like a plan. Can you help me put together a quick presentation?
Sure thing. Let's meet tomorrow to work on it.
Chapter 14. Discussing deadlines.
Listen and practice.
We need to push the launch date. Is that possible?
It depends. How much more time do you need?
At least 2 more weeks. Can we manage that?
Let me check the overall project timeline.
I know it's not ideal, but we found some issues in testing.
I see. Have you informed the client about this?
Not yet. I wanted to discuss it with the team first.
Good thinking. We should prepare a detailed explanation.
Agreed. Can you help me draft an email to the client?
Certainly. We should also propose a new timeline.
Thanks. When can we meet to work on this?
How about tomorrow morning? I'll block off some time.
Chapter 15. Explaining technical issues.
Listen and practice.
The server crashed again this morning.
Oh no, what caused it this time?
It looks like a memory overflow issue.
Can you explain that in simpler terms?
Sure. Basically, the server ran out of space to process requests.
I see. How does this affect our daily operations?
It's slowing down our database access significantly.
That sounds serious. How long will it take to fix?
We're working on it now. Should be resolved by end of day.
Is there anything we can do to prevent this in the future?
We're considering upgrading our server capacity.
All right. Keep me updated on the progress and any decisions.
Chapter 16. Discussing a TV show.
Listen and practice.
Did you catch the latest episode of The Crown last night?
No, I haven't had a chance yet. No spoilers.
Don't worry, I won't spoil it, but it was a really good episode.
I can't wait to watch it. Maybe I'll do that tonight.
You definitely should. We can discuss it tomorrow if you do.
Sounds like a plan. It's nice to have someone to talk about it with.
Absolutely. My partner doesn't watch it, so I need my office buddies.
Same here. Hey, why don't we start a little office TV club?
That's a great idea. We could meet up once a week to discuss shows.
I love it. Should we open it up to the whole department?
Maybe start small and see how it goes. We can always expand later.
Good thinking. Let's chat more about this after I watch the episode.
Chapter 17. Presenting ideas in meetings.
Listen and practice.
I'd like to propose a new approach to our marketing strategy.
Sounds interesting. What do you have in mind?
We could focus more on social media influencers.
How would that benefit our brand?
It could increase our reach among younger demographics.
That's a good point. Have you considered the costs?
Yes, I've prepared a budget proposal.
Great. Can you share it with the team?
Of course. I'll email it right after the meeting.
How long would it take to implement this strategy?
We could start within a month if approved.
All right. Let's discuss this further in our next marketing meeting.
Chapter 18. Brainstorming solutions.
Listen and practice.
We need fresh ideas for the product launch. Any thoughts?
How about a virtual reality demonstration?
Interesting. What would that entail?
We could create a VR tour of the product features.
That sounds innovative. What about the cost?
It might be high, but the impact could justify it.
Good point. Any other ideas we should consider?
We could also do a social media challenge.
That could generate buzz. How would it work?
Users could post videos using the product creatively.
I like that. Let's flesh out both ideas more.
Agreed. I'll set up a follow-up meeting to discuss details.
Chapter 19. Delegating tasks.
Listen and practice.
Sarah, can you take charge of the client presentation?
Sure. What aspects should I focus on?
Highlight our recent successes and future strategies.
Got it. When do you need the draft?
By next Friday. Can you manage that?
Yes, that should be doable. Anything else?
Could you also coordinate with the design team?
Of course. I'll reach out to them today.
Great. Keep me updated on your progress.
Will do. How often should I check in?
Let's have a brief catch-up every other day.
Sounds good. I'll schedule those meetings right away.
Chapter 20. Requesting resources for projects.
Listen and practice.
We need additional staff for the Johnson project.
I see. How many people are you thinking?
At least 2 more developers and a project manager.
That's quite a request. Can you justify the need?
Our current team is overloaded and we risk missing deadlines.
I understand. Have you considered outsourcing instead?
Yes, but in-house would be more efficient for this project.
All right. Can you provide a detailed resource plan?
Certainly. I'll have it ready by tomorrow.
Good. Include potential impact on other projects, too.
Will do. When can we discuss it further?
Let's review it in our team meeting on Thursday.
Chapter 21. Coordinating cross-department collaboration.
Listen and practice.
Marketing needs input from R&D for the new campaign.
Okay, what kind of information do they need?
Technical specs and future development plans.
I see. Have you spoken with Dr. Lee in R&D yet?
Not yet. I was hoping you could introduce us.
Sure, I can set up a meeting. When works for you?
Anytime next week would be great.
I'll check their availability and get back to you.
Thanks. Should we involve the product team too?
Good idea. I'll include them in the invitation.
Perfect. Let me know if you need anything else.
Will do. I appreciate your help with this, Emma.
Chapter 22. Discussing workload management.
Listen and practice.
I'm concerned about our team's current workload.
What's worrying you specifically?
Several team members are working overtime regularly.
I see. Have you spoken with them about it?
Yes, they're feeling overwhelmed with the current projects.
We should look into redistributing some tasks.
Agreed. Do you have any suggestions?
We could postpone the Baker project to free up some resources.
That's an option. What about bringing in temporary staff?
That could work. I'll check our budget for that.
Great. Can you prepare a proposal for next week?
Certainly. I'll have it ready for our Monday meeting.
Chapter 23. Reporting technical problems.
Listen and practice.
The new software is causing issues with our database.
What kind of issues are we talking about?
It's slowing down data retrieval significantly.
How much has it affected our productivity?
Team efficiency has dropped by about 30%.
That's serious. Have you contacted the software vendor?
Yes, they're looking into it, but no solution yet.
We might need to consider a backup plan.
I agree. Should we revert to the old system temporarily?
That could work. How long would that take?
We could do it over the weekend to minimize disruption.
All right. Please prepare a detailed plan for that scenario.
Chapter 24. Explaining reasons for delays.
Listen and practice.
We're behind schedule on the Wilson project.
Why is that? We were on track last week.
We encountered unexpected technical difficulties.
Can you be more specific about these difficulties?
The integration with their existing system is more complex than anticipated.
I see. How much extra time do we need?
We're estimating an additional 2 weeks.
That's significant. Have you informed the client?
Not yet. I wanted to discuss it with you first.
Good thinking. We need to prepare a detailed explanation.
Agreed. I'll draft a report outlining the issues and our solution.
Perfect. Let's review it together before sending it to the client.
Chapter 25. Providing constructive feedback.
Listen and practice.
Your recent report was well researched, but I have some suggestions.
I'm open to feedback. What did you have in mind?
The data analysis could be more in-depth.
I see. Any specific areas I should focus on?
Yes, the market segmentation part needs more detail.
Got it. How about the presentation style?
It's good, but try to use more visuals next time.
Okay. I'll work on creating more charts and graphs.
Great. Overall, you're on the right track.
Thanks. Any other areas for improvement?
Just keep working on your data interpretation skills.
I appreciate the feedback. I'll definitely work on these points.
Chapter 26. Planning an office party.
Listen and practice.
The holiday party is coming up. Any ideas for themes?
How about a winter wonderland theme?
That could be fun. What kind of decorations are you thinking?
Lots of white and silver. Maybe some fake snow.
Sounds festive. Should we do a gift exchange again this year?
Yes, but maybe we could do a charity donation instead of buying gifts.
That's a great idea. It fits well with the holiday spirit.
Definitely. How should we organize the food?
We could do a potluck style with the company providing the main dishes.
I like that. It allows everyone to contribute something.
Agreed. Shall we present these ideas at the next team meeting?
Sure. Let's put together a quick proposal to show everyone.
Chapter 27. Discussing client feedback.
Listen and practice.
The client wasn't entirely happy with our latest proposal.
That's concerning. What were their main issues?
They felt it didn't fully address their long-term goals.
I see. Did they provide any specific examples?
Yes, they mentioned our 5-year projection was too conservative.
We should revise our growth estimates then.
Agreed. They also wanted more emphasis on sustainability.
That's becoming a key issue for many clients.
True. How should we adjust our approach?
Let's schedule a team meeting to brainstorm ideas.
Good plan. When should we aim to submit the revised proposal?
Let's target next Friday. That gives us time to make substantial changes.
Chapter 28. Sharing market trends.
Listen and practice.
Recent data shows a shift towards eco-friendly products.
Interesting. How significant is this shift?
We're seeing a 20% increase in demand year over year.
That's substantial. How is it affecting our industry?
Competitors are already launching new green product lines.
We should consider how to adapt our offerings.
Agreed. Any other trends we should be aware of?
There's also a growing preference for personalized services.
That could impact our customer service approach.
Exactly. We might need to invest in better CRM systems.
Good point. Shall we discuss this in the next strategy meeting?
Definitely. I'll add it to the agenda and prepare some data.
Chapter 29. Explaining marketing strategies.
Listen and practice.
Our new campaign will focus on user-generated content.
That sounds innovative. How will it work exactly?
We'll encourage customers to share their experiences with our product.
Interesting. How will we motivate them to participate?
We're planning a contest with attractive prizes.
Sounds good. How will we measure the campaign's success?
We'll track engagement rates and sales correlation.
Smart. Have we set specific targets?
Yes, we're aiming for a 15% increase in social media engagement.
That's ambitious. Do we have the resources to manage this?
We'll need to expand our social media team.
Okay, let's discuss the resource requirements in detail next time.
Chapter 30. Discussing budget allocations.
Listen and practice.
We need to revisit our budget for the next quarter.
Okay, are we looking at increases or cuts?
Unfortunately, we need to cut costs by about 10%.
That's significant. Any specific areas in mind?
We should look at reducing travel expenses and office supplies.
Those are good starts. What about project budgets?
They'll remain largely unchanged to avoid delays.
I see. Should we consider postponing any new hires?
That's a possibility. Let's review the hiring plan.
All right, I'll prepare a revised budget proposal.
Great. When can you have that ready?
I'll email it to you by the end of the week for review.
Chapter 31. Talking about a recent movie.
Listen and practice.
I saw that new superhero movie last night. It was awesome.
Oh, I've been wanting to see that. No spoilers, though.
Don't worry, I won't spoil anything. The action scenes were incredible.
I can't wait to watch it. Maybe I'll go this weekend.
You should. Hey, why don't we organize an office movie night sometime?
That's a fun idea. We could rent out a small theater.
Exactly, and everyone could vote on which movie to watch.
I love it. Should we bring it up at the next staff meeting?
Definitely. I think a lot of people would be interested.
Great. Let's work on a proposal. What should we include?
Cost estimates, potential dates, and movie genre options, maybe?
Sounds good. This could be a great team bonding activity.
Chapter 32. Negotiating project timelines.
Listen and practice.
The client wants to move up the delivery date.
By how much? We're already on a tight schedule.
They're asking for 2 weeks earlier than planned.
That's challenging. Can we realistically meet that?
It'll be tough, but I think we can if we put in extra hours.
We should be careful about overworking the team.
Agreed. Maybe we can negotiate a partial delivery?
That's a good idea. What would that look like?
We could deliver core features first, then add-ons later.
I like that approach. Should we propose this to the client?
Yes, I think it's our best option.
All right. I'll draft a proposal and run it by you before sending.
Chapter 33. Planning presentations for clients.
Listen and practice.
We need to prepare for the Johnson Corp presentation next week.
Agreed. What key points should we focus on?
Let's highlight our innovative solutions and past successes.
Good idea. Should we include case studies?
Definitely. Can you prepare a few relevant ones?
Sure. How long should the presentation be?
They've given us a 30-minute slot.
We should aim for 20 minutes to allow for questions.
Makes sense. Who will be delivering the presentation?
I think you should lead, with me handling the Q&A.
Sounds good. When can we do a run-through?
How about this Friday afternoon? I'll book a meeting room.
Chapter 34. Chatting about a new restaurant.
Listen and practice.
Have you tried that new Thai place down the street?
Not yet, but I've heard good things. Have you?
Yeah, I went there for lunch yesterday. The food was amazing.
Oh, nice. What did you order?
I had the green curry. It was spicy but delicious.
I love spicy food. Maybe we should go there for lunch sometime.
Definitely. How about tomorrow?
Tomorrow works for me. Should we invite Mark and Sarah?
Sure, the more the merrier. I'll ask them.
Great. What time shall we meet?
How about 12:30? That way we can avoid the rush.
Perfect. I'm looking forward to it already.
Chapter 35. Discussing quality assurance processes.
Listen and practice.
Our latest product has received some quality complaints.
That's concerning. What specific issues have been reported?
Mainly software bugs and some UI inconsistencies.
I see. How are we addressing these problems?
We're implementing a more rigorous testing process.
Can you elaborate on what that entails?
We're introducing automated testing and increasing manual checks.
That sounds comprehensive. When will this be fully implemented?
We're aiming to have it in place by next month.
Good. How will we measure its effectiveness?
We'll track the number of reported issues post-release.
Excellent. Let's review the results in our quarterly meeting.
Chapter 36, Sharing Productivity Tips.
Listen and practice.
I've found a great way to manage my email more efficiently.
That sounds useful. What's your method?
I use the 2-minute rule for quick responses.
Interesting. How does that work?
If an email takes less than 2 minutes to reply, I do it immediately.
That makes sense. Any other tips you've found helpful?
Yes, I also batch similar tasks together.
How has that improved your productivity?
It's reduced my context switching time significantly.
These are great ideas. Mind if I share them with the team?
Not at all. Maybe we could have a productivity tips session?
That's a great idea. I'll set it up for our next team meeting.
Chapter 37, Coordinating Team Building Activities.
Listen and practice.
We should organize a team building event soon.
I agree. Any ideas on what we could do?
How about an escape room challenge?
That could be fun. Is there one nearby that can accommodate our team size?
Yes, I found one that can host up to 20 people.
Perfect. When should we schedule it?
How about next Friday afternoon?
That works. Should we include dinner afterwards?
Good idea. I know a nice restaurant close to the escape room.
Sounds great. Can you send out an email to the team?
Sure, I'll do that today. Anything else we need to consider?
Maybe arrange transportation if people plan to drink at dinner.
Chapter 38, Planning Office Events.
Listen and practice.
The annual company picnic is coming up next month.
Right. We need to start planning. Any theme ideas?
How about a sustainability fiesta?
That's creative. How would we incorporate that theme?
We could use eco-friendly materials and have environmental games.
I like it. What about food options?
We should offer a variety, including vegetarian and vegan choices.
Good point. Should we hire a catering service?
Yes, I know a company that specializes in sustainable catering.
Great. Can you get a quote from them?
Sure, I'll contact them today. Anything else?
Let's brainstorm some team-building activities for the event.
Chapter 39, Discussing Lunch Plans.
Listen and practice.
It's almost lunchtime. Any plans?
Not yet. Do you want to grab something together?
Sure, I'm in the mood for something light. Any suggestions?
How about that new salad place down the street?
Sounds good. Should we invite the rest of the team?
Why not? I'll send a quick message to the group chat.
Great. What time works best?
How about we aim for 12:30?
Perfect. Shall we meet in the lobby?
Yes, that works. Oh, should we make a reservation?
Good thinking. I'll call them now to check.
Thanks. Let me know if they need a head count.
Chapter 40, Explaining Expense Reports.
Listen and practice.
I'm having trouble with my latest expense report.
What seems to be the issue?
I'm not sure which category to use for client dinners.
Those usually go under business development.
I see. And what about taxi rides to client meetings?
Those would fall under transportation.
Got it. How detailed do the descriptions need to be?
Just a brief explanation is fine, like dinner with ABC Corp.
Okay. And receipts are required for all expenses, right?
Yes, for anything over $25. Anything else you're unsure about?
I think that covers it. Where do I submit the completed report?
You can upload it to the finance portal. I can show you how if you'd like.
Chapter 41. Requesting time off.
Listen and practice.
I'd like to take some time off next month.
Okay, what dates are you looking at?
I'm thinking of taking the week of the 15th.
That should be fine. Any specific reason for the time off?
Yes, I'm attending a family wedding out of state.
I see. Have you checked the team calendar for any conflicts?
Yes, there don't seem to be any major deadlines that week.
Good. Can you ensure your projects are up to date before you leave?
Of course, I'll prepare handover notes for the team.
Great. Don't forget to submit the official request in the HR system.
Will do. Is there anything else I need to take care of?
Just make sure your out-of-office message is set up before you leave.
Chapter 42. Discussing remote work arrangements.
Listen and practice.
I'm considering asking for a more flexible work arrangement.
Interesting. What kind of flexibility are you looking for?
I'd like to work from home 2 days a week.
I see. Have you thought about which days would work best?
I was thinking Tuesdays and Thursdays.
That could work. How would you handle team meetings?
I'd dial in via video conference for important meetings.
Sounds reasonable. Have you considered any potential challenges?
Yes, I've thought about communication and collaboration issues.
Good. How do you plan to address those?
I'll ensure I'm always reachable and use project management tools effectively.
All right. Why don't you put together a formal proposal for review?
Chapter 43. Explaining changes in company structure.
Listen and practice.
There's going to be a restructuring of our department.
Really? What kind of changes can we expect?
We're merging with the innovation team.
That's significant. How will this affect our day-to-day work?
We'll be collaborating more closely on new product development.
I see. Will there be any changes in leadership?
Yes, Sarah from Innovation will be heading the new combined team.
When is this restructuring supposed to take place?
The transition will start next month and take about 6 weeks.
That's quite soon. Will there be any training provided?
Yes, we'll have integration workshops and team-building sessions.
Sounds like a big change. Will there be a formal announcement soon?
Chapter 44. Discussing work-life balance.
Listen and practice.
I've been feeling a bit overwhelmed with work lately.
I'm sorry to hear that. Have you been working overtime often?
Yes, almost every day for the past 2 weeks.
That's not sustainable. Have you spoken to your manager about this?
Not yet. I wasn't sure how to bring it up.
I think it's important to have that conversation.
You're right. Do you have any advice on how to approach it?
Be honest about your workload and its impact on your well-being.
That makes sense. Should I propose any solutions?
Yes, maybe suggest prioritizing tasks or redistributing some work.
Thanks. That's helpful. I'll try to schedule a meeting with my manager.
Good idea. Remember, it's important to maintain a healthy work-life balance.
Chapter 45. Sharing project success stories.
Listen and practice.
Our latest project for XYZ Corp was a huge success.
That's great news. What made it so successful?
We delivered ahead of schedule and under budget.
Impressive. How did the team manage that?
We implemented some new project management techniques.
Interesting. Can you share some specifics?
Sure, we used agile methodologies and daily stand-ups.
How did the client respond to the results?
They were thrilled. They've already requested a proposal for a follow-up project.
That's excellent. Have you shared this success with the broader company?
Not yet, but I'm planning to in the next company newsletter.
Good idea. It could be motivating for other teams to hear about this.
Chapter 46. Discussing Professional Development Opportunities.
Listen and practice.
I'm interested in expanding my skills in data analytics.
That's a valuable area. Have you looked into any specific programs?
I found an online course, but I'm not sure if it's the right fit.
What aspects of data analytics are you most interested in?
I want to focus on predictive modeling and machine learning.
Those are hot topics. Have you considered asking for company sponsorship?
I hadn't thought of that. Do you think they'd be open to it?
It aligns with our company's goals, so it's worth asking.
Good point. Who should I approach about this?
Start with your direct manager, then HR if approved.
Thanks for the advice. I'll draft a proposal this week.
Great. Let me know if you need any help reviewing it.
Chapter 47. Explaining new software or tools.
Listen and practice.
We're implementing a new project management software next month.
That's interesting. What features does it offer?
It has real-time collaboration and automated reporting.
Sounds useful. Will we need extensive training to use it?
There's a learning curve, but it's fairly intuitive.
How long do you think it'll take to fully adopt it?
We're planning a phased rollout over 6 weeks.
That seems reasonable. Who will be leading the implementation?
IT will handle the technical side, but we need a team lead.
I'd be interested in taking on that role.
Great. Can you draft an implementation plan?
Certainly. I'll have it ready by next week's meeting.
Chapter 48. Discussing data security measures.
Listen and practice.
Have you heard about the new data protection regulations?
Yes, we need to ensure our practices are compliant.
Exactly. What areas do you think we need to focus on?
I believe data encryption and access controls are key.
Agreed. We should also review our data retention policies.
Good point. Should we schedule a team training session?
Definitely. I'll ask HR to arrange it.
Perfect. What about our third-party vendors?
We'll need to audit their security measures too.
I'll start compiling a list of all our vendors.
Great. Let's aim to have a full security review done by quarter end.
Sounds good. I'll update our project timeline to reflect this.
Chapter 49. Discussing company goals and vision.
Listen and practice.
Our CEO just released the company's 5-year vision statement.
Yes, I saw that. What are your thoughts on it?
I think the focus on sustainability is crucial.
I agree. How do you see it impacting our department?
We'll likely need to adjust our processes to be more eco-friendly.
True. Do you think our current projects align with this vision?
Most do, but we might need to reevaluate some.
Which projects are you concerned about?
The Thompson project might not meet the new sustainability standards.
You're right. Should we schedule a review meeting?
Definitely. I'll set it up for next week.
Great. I'll prepare an analysis of our projects against the new goals.
Chapter 50. Sharing industry news and best practices.
Listen and practice.
Did you read the article about AI in customer service?
Not yet, but it sounds interesting. What did it say?
It discussed how AI is revolutionizing customer interactions.
That's relevant to us. Did it mention any specific technologies?
Yes, it talked about chatbots and predictive analytics.
Interesting. Do you think we should explore these for our department?
It could be worth looking into. Want me to do some research?
That would be great. Maybe you could present your findings next month.
Sure, I'd be happy to. Any specific areas you want me to focus on?
Perhaps cost effectiveness and implementation challenges?
Got it. I'll start gathering information this week.
Excellent. This could really help us stay competitive.
Chapter 51. Discussing team roles and responsibilities.
Listen and practice.
I think we need to clarify our team's roles and responsibilities.
I agree. There's been some overlap and confusion lately.
Exactly. How do you think we should approach this?
Maybe we could start by mapping out our current processes?
Good idea. Should we involve the whole team in this exercise?
Definitely. It'll ensure everyone's input is considered.
When should we schedule this session?
How about next Tuesday afternoon?
Works for me. Should we bring in a facilitator?
That might help keep us focused. I can ask HR if someone's available.
Great. Can you send out a meeting invite to the team?
Sure. I'll do that right after we finish talking.
Chapter 52. Giving Performance Reviews.
Listen and practice.
It's time for your annual performance review, Sarah.
Thanks, John. I'm looking forward to your feedback.
Overall, you've done an excellent job this year.
I'm glad to hear that. Are there areas where I can improve?
I'd like to see you take on more leadership responsibilities.
That's something I'm interested in. Any specific opportunities?
You could lead the new product development project.
That sounds challenging. Do you think I'm ready for that?
Absolutely. Your skills and experience make you a great fit.
Thank you. What should be my first steps?
Start by drafting a project plan. We can review it together next week.
Great. I'll get started on that right away.
Chapter 53. Discussing Career Development.
Listen and practice.
I'd like to discuss my career progression within the company.
Of course. What are your goals for the next few years?
I'm interested in moving into a management position.
That's good to know. Have you considered our leadership training program?
I haven't. Could you tell me more about it?
It's a 6-month program covering key management skills.
That sounds valuable. How can I apply for it?
I can recommend you for the next intake. It starts in 3 months.
That would be great. Is there anything I should do to prepare?
Continue excelling in your current role, and maybe take on a team project.
I appreciate your support. When will I know if I'm accepted?
I'll submit the recommendation next week, and you should hear back within a month.
Chapter 54. Explaining Company Policies and Benefits.
Listen and practice.
HR has updated our employee benefits package.
That's good news. What are the main changes?
We now offer increased paternity leave and better health insurance.
That's great. Are there any changes to our work from home policy?
Yes, we can now work remotely up to 2 days a week.
That's a big improvement. When do these changes take effect?
They'll be implemented from the start of next quarter.
Is there anything we need to do to take advantage of these benefits?
For most benefits, no action is required. But for remote work, you'll need to submit a schedule.
Got it. Where can we find more detailed information?
HR will be sending out a comprehensive guide next week.
Perfect. It's good to see the company improving our benefits.
Chapter 55. Coordinating Travel Arrangements.
Listen and practice.
To our New York office.
Okay, when are you planning to go?
I'm thinking the week of the 15th. Can you help with the arrangements?
Of course. How long will you be staying?
I'll need to be there for 3 days.
All right. Do you have any preferences for flights or hotels?
I prefer morning flights and a hotel close to our office.
Got it. I'll check our corporate rates. Anything else you need?
Yes. Could you schedule a dinner with the NY team?
Sure. I'll contact their office manager to arrange that.
Great. One last thing. I'll need a rental car.
No problem. I'll make sure everything is booked and send you the itinerary.
Chapter 56. Discussing Workplace Diversity and Inclusion.
Listen and practice.
We need to improve our diversity and inclusion initiatives.
I agree. Do you have any specific ideas in mind?
I think we should start with unconscious bias training for all employees.
That's a good start. What about our hiring practices?
We could implement blind recruitment for initial application reviews.
Excellent idea. Should we form a diversity and inclusion committee?
Yes, that would help ensure ongoing focus on these issues.
Who do you think should be part of this committee?
We should aim for a diverse group representing various departments.
Agreed. Shall I draft a proposal for management?
That would be great. Include the training and hiring practice ideas too.
Will do. I'll have it ready for review by next week.
Chapter 57. Discussing Environmental Sustainability Initiatives.
Listen and practice.
Our company needs to reduce its carbon footprint.
Absolutely. Where do you think we should start?
We could begin by auditing our energy consumption.
Good idea. Should we bring in external consultants for this?
It might be helpful. They could provide expert recommendations.
True. What about encouraging more sustainable practices among employees?
We could start a green team to promote eco-friendly habits.
I like that. Maybe we could also incentivize sustainable commuting?
Definitely. We could offer benefits for cycling or using public transport.
These are all great ideas. Should we present them to management?
Yes, let's compile them into a proposal. Can you help me with that?
Of course. Let's aim to have it ready by the end of the week.
Chapter 58. Coordinating Mentorship Programs.
Listen and practice.
I think we should establish a formal mentorship program.
That's a great idea. What benefits do you see in this?
It could help with employee development and retention.
I agree. How do you envision the program working?
We could pair junior employees with experienced team members.
Sounds good. How often should mentors and mentees meet?
Perhaps monthly with additional informal check-ins.
That seems reasonable. How should we select mentors?
We could ask for volunteers and match based on skills and goals.
Good thinking. Should we offer any training for mentors?
Definitely. We could organize workshops on effective mentoring.
Excellent. Let's draft a program outline to present to HR.
Chapter 59. Discussing a new fitness challenge.
Listen and practice.
Have you heard about the new office fitness challenge?
No, what's that about?
HR is organizing a step counting competition between departments.
That sounds interesting. How does it work?
We use our phones or fitness trackers to count steps for a month.
And the department with the most steps wins?
Exactly. The winning team gets an extra day of PTO.
That's a great incentive. When does it start?
Next Monday. Want to sign up together?
Sure, why not? It might motivate me to be more active.
Great. I'll add your name to our department's list.
Thanks. We should organize some lunchtime walks to boost our count.
Chapter 60. Planning a farewell party.
Listen and practice.
Did you hear that Tom from accounting is leaving?
Yes, I just found out. Are we planning a farewell party?
We should. Any ideas on what we could do?
How about a surprise gathering in the conference room?
That's a good start. Should we get a cake?
Definitely. I know he loves chocolate. I can order one.
Perfect. What about a gift from the team?
Maybe a gift card to his favorite restaurant?
Good idea. I'll collect contributions if you can pick up the card.
Deal. When should we have this party?
His last day is next Friday. How about Thursday afternoon?
Sounds good. I'll book the conference room and send out invites.